Hi everyone, welcome to Oscar and Masha. In this video, I want to talk to you about my driver's license permit. And to do that, I'm here in the windy Arc de Triomphe. And the reason why I'm doing this video is because I'm getting my own driver's license permit. And that means that I have to go through the whole practical test, the theoretical test as well. And I need to pay for it, which is the worst part of it. So enjoy this video. First of all, who needs to pass the driving license? If you're a foreigner just arriving to France, then you have the chance to get your license changed if there is an agreement between the country where you took the license from and France. And please bear in mind, if you want to do this, make sure you do it on the first year that you're here, because otherwise you will not be able to do it. It's only 1 year. It's valid for 1 year. After that, you need to pass also the exams if you were like new. Where you don't have this agreement, then you have to go through the process of getting a new one, as if you didn't know how to drive, which is my case. And now, for the rest of us that have no agreement between the countries, you have to go through the whole process, which is pass the practical exam, which is going to be basically 35 questions you have to answer good out of 40. And if you do this, then you have the Code de la Route, which is the exam. Then you have the practical exam, which is you're with your monitor, and also you have to take some driver classes. In this test, you have 25 minutes of driving, where basically they look at how you drive, how you handle, if it's a stick or automatic, they see how you will handle it. They also see how you interact with other users to make sure you're not a risk to everyone else. Then they also look at, for example, if there's, someone coming from the right, it can be that he is a priority, so you have to stop even if you feel like you're going on the straight line and they're going to the right. You need to stop, so that's a bit tricky. But sometimes you don't need to be stopping, and sometimes it's so confusing. But anyway, this is how it works. And in this test, if there's one mistake that you do that is bad enough for you to be eliminated, it doesn't matter what you do the rest of the test, you need to go and do it again. That one is pretty difficult. I understand this because they want to make sure everyone knows how to drive, blah blah blah, but feels a bit overwhelming, so it's not as easy as it looks. And by the way, the driving lessons I just mentioned, the average number of hours that the French person takes is 40 hours. To give you an example, I took 13 hours, and it's going to cost me around 1.7 thousand euros. I would imagine 40 hours is also like 4,000 euros, which is a huge amount of money just to have the driving license. Be aware, this is kind of pricey. The good thing is that when you work in France, you have your employer that is supposed to give you 500 euros every year, and you can use this money to pay for your driving lessons. So if you've done let's say 4 years and then you have 2,000 euros on your account, you can pass the test, and it will be definitely cheaper than if you don't do this. So that's a tip for you. You can use it. Not so bad. And now, the tips on how I did the code. Basically, I went to the school, the driving school, and once you get into the other courses, you also get access to something called Code Rousseau, but I think there must be more. It's basically a material that you study the theoretical part, and then they have a very well-structured way of training, which is basically per category, you have different small exams, and once you go past them, you repeat and repeat and repeat. Then you can do a bigger exam, which is with all the categories mixed. So this is very good. It helped me a lot on structuring my thoughts on how to, make the test. After maybe 22 practice tests done, I finally got to the point where I was making only 6 or 5 mistakes per exam. So pretty much what I needed. Then I chose to go and do the test, because then it looks like I had the chance to pass. And the first time I did 34 good questions out of 40. So 1 question less, and I was doing it in French. So I think that's probably one of the reasons. I'm not sure you can pass it in English. On the second test, I did 35 good questions out of 40, so I had the code. So that was already good, not too bad. And now for the real deal, the practice hours and the exam, the practical exam. I went to the school, I did my practice hours, and basically the way that they do it is they charge you a lot of money. Okay, not just that. They also have some monitors that will explain to you how it works, and each of them has their own style. So for example, I had one that was super nervous. He spoke very fast in French, but he will keep you alert all the time, and he will always tell you what you did wrong and how you need to improve it. Not in the best way. It was living in France for 5 years. I'm used to it, but I still felt a bit offended on the way he spoke to me. But it doesn't matter. Then you get another French monitor. It was a woman that was super nice, and she knew everything, but she was much more chill. She will tell you, okay, you missed this, and you will be eliminated if you do this, so don't do it again. Very, calm, and that will reassure you on yourself. So the first guy, that was very stressful. If I did that for 10 hours, my self-esteem would be down the drain. So I think that was a very complimentary way to work, and I appreciate that. And then you have to go to the test, the practical exam. And in this one, it's very thorough. It's very, I don't know. They basically tell me, you're going to be examined on how you look at the environment. You're going to be examined on how you interact with the environment. You need to make sure you're not a danger to the others. Then they tell me they're going to check how fast I adapt to the speed of my conditions. And it begins to be like so many different factors that I feel also that luck comes into place when you get into these exams. It made me a little bit nervous. So today, I don't know how the test went, but I will let you know in like 10 seconds. Hi, so this is me after the exam, and the thing is, I did the exam, I was feeling nervous, and in the end, I didn't make it. I did one of those elementary fails, and therefore I just, you get the results one day after, and of course I'm disappointed, but I think this is life. It's not here to disappoint you, it's here to make you try again. And I'm gonna try again like in 2 weeks, and I'll let you know what happens. In the meantime, at least you know what it's like to have one of these experiences, and also some advices. So please keep on liking and subscribing, and I'll see you here. At least I have a view to be disappointed. See ya.